Hey guys, and welcome back. So today we're making lamb chops. So you're gonna start off by cutting any plastic that's on your lamb chops. You can get them outside of their case. In mine, they were actually frozen, so I'm just gonna cut them open and then leave them on the bench while I cut up all the vegetables. So as usual, I will put in the description below the method and the ingredients that we're gonna be using to make these lamb chops. And we're gonna start off by cutting up some garlic. All up, I cut around a piece of garlic, and then we're gonna cut up our onion. So for the onions, I didn't dice them like I did with the garlic. I just cut them in strips, and I cut around about 8 of them. So I'm just gonna start off by peeling them all. And then I also had a bowl next to me that you guys can't see on the camera. And the bowl I filled up with water, and I would put in the onion whole once I cut off both of the ends and I've peeled off the skin. Now this is a trick I actually learned from my mum, because whenever you're cutting up a lot of onions, it releases these fumes that make you cry. A lot of you would know that if you cook a lot with onion. It really hurts your eyes. So I normally soak it in the water, and then I cut up all my onions into pieces. Like I'll cut the ends off, I'll put them in there, and then once I've done them all, I will grab the piece of onion and then I'll start slicing them up or cutting them into whatever I wanted for that dish. So in this case, I just sliced up the onion, and then we're going to move on to the zucchini. Now the zucchini I'm going to dice. So the only thing I sliced into long pieces was the onion. Everything else I diced up. Now you guys, depending on how you guys like eating your food, I just put them into big kind of cubes because I like it a bit chunky so you can actually taste the vegetables. Because when you're cooking vegetables for a long time with the meat, I find that the vegetables sometimes become soggy and they melt, and then you can't really find them later on, or they burn easier because they're in such small pieces. So I want to keep them whole so then I can be able to take them out after when I'm eating my meat and actually be able to see the whole pieces. So it's not just a mush. So all up I had 5 zucchinis. I had 3 long ones and 2 circular ones. Those ones that you guys can see that I'm cutting up now, and I'm just going to cut them up and add them in as well. Then I cut up half a fennel. And then I cut up some dill. Now I only used the top of the dill. I didn't put the whole thing in because dill has a very strong flavour. So then I finally chopped that up as well, and I put that into the tray. So once you've added all your vegetables to your tray, I also added tomatoes. I didn't cut them up, but if you guys want, you can also slice them in half. So I've added all my vegetables to the tray. Then I'm going to add any spices, so salt, pepper, oregano that I normally add, and obviously some olive oil on top. So once I put all the seasonings onto my vegetables, I'm going to cook them in the oven on 180 degrees Celsius, and I'm going to cook them for an hour or until my vegetables become all nice and soft. Here you guys can see I'm mixing it because I really want everything to have cooked through beforehand, because once I add in my lamb chops, they actually cook surprisingly really fast. So then I'm going to add in my lamb chops, and I did this design to obviously make them cook better. I've read up that when you cook your meat like this, it will taste better. So I gave that a try as well, and it really did work. It really did make a difference because the meat didn't become soggy. And as you guys can see, it looks really nice. And once we've added the meat to the tray, then we're going to add olive oil. And once we've added the meat to the tray, we're going to drizzle olive oil over the meat. And we're going to add salt, pepper, and oregano again on top, or whatever other seasonings you guys want. And then we're going to put it back into the oven to cook. Now, cooking took anywhere between 20 to 30 minutes because we had it on 108 degrees. But I did want the skin to caramelize and become crunchy, so I did turn the grill from the fan force to the fan grill. But you're going to be really careful so you don't end up overcooking the meat or burning it. But I'll show you guys the result. It turned out really well. I could have cooked it a bit less just to get it a bit nice on the meat, but I really wanted the skin to cook, so I'll show you guys how that turned out. And that's it, guys. So that's what the meat looked like when it was still in the oven, and this is what it looked like once we took it out. Now, it turned out beautifully. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this dish and you guys try it out yourselves, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Please like and subscribe below. Bye.